Seeing moments from her life on TikTok opened Leah's eyes to what she's experienced and how it makes her feel, the teen reveals. Amber Portwood has had a difficult relationship with her daughter, Leah, now 16. Leah is recognizing the struggles she has as a result of her mom being in and out of her life and expresses her desire to go to therapy to her dad, Shirley. Gary opens up about supporting Leah through the highs and lows and empowering her to overcome with therapy in the latest episode of Teen Mom. Shirley is supporting his daughter's pursuit of healing. The latest episode of Teen Mom. The next chapter features the father of two supporting his oldest, 16-year-old Leah, as she decides to pursue therapy. Early in the episode, Leah is in the room as her dad FaceTimes with co-star Tyler Baltiera, who is trying to heal from parental absence. Baltiera talks about how therapy was crucial for him. As someone who started therapy super young, like, dude, I wouldn't even be here. I don't think without it, Baltiera candidly shares. The conversation between the two dads opens up the floor for Gary and Leah to discuss therapy in a one-on-one discussion a few days later. Leah reveals that some of her friends and classmates have found out she's on a TV show. It's just weird. I've been seeing a lot of TikTok videos with old clips and stuff, the teen shares. Gary asks if some of those clips are painful to watch. Viewers of 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom have seen Gary and ex-Amber Portwood through some high highs and low lows, including instances of domestic violence. I see the older ones from when I was like 2, and it's just weird to watch because it's always just Amber screaming at you and you leave, she says. There was one clip where she's like, "Why is Leah crying?" when she was in a complete opposite room, just leaving me. It's weird. I think those ones are painful to watch because it's little me. A clip plays of the fight Leah's talking about, which includes Amber cursing and fighting with Gary before kicking him out and telling a crying toddler Leah, "Daddy left you again." After the clip plays, Leah tells Gary, "I just think I have a lot of issues because of Amber and the experiences that I've had." "I know," Gary, who looks to be getting emotional, replies. "Honestly, Leah, no joke, I wish I would have done more. I wish I would have taken you and left instantly and not like left you there. It wasn't like she technically had custody. Like in Indiana. It's okay, I don't remember it," she says, to which Gary points out, "I don't know if that's a trauma thing. Your brain shuts off the bad stuff." Gary then asks Leah if she'd like to start going to therapy, and she says yes, adding, "I want to overcome that so I can forgive her and move on. I think it would help to have someone to guide me on how to forgive someone, because it's hard for me to do that." In a heart-wrenching confessional, Leah opens up about what she's been through as a result of the rocky relationship with her mom. "I'm not sure when I realized she wasn't there, but I know that I do have abandonment issues from her not being around. But I do know that there's a lot of things going on that makes it difficult for her to be able to be there for me," Leah says. "And I feel like it does affect me every day because I'm always scared that stepmom Christina is going to leave me. I'm always scared that people are just going to leave me for no reason." Later, Gary talks to wife Christina Shirley about his conversation with Leah. Gary explains he'll do the necessary paperwork for Christina to also participate, but doesn't think they should involve Amber. "I know she doesn't want to share anything with Amber," Gary says. Christina points out, "We're at 4 months again with no contact. So I mean, that just plays with her emotions, and I think, moving forward, I think you and I just have to go with what Leah wants." On the ride to the appointment, Gary tells Leah, "That's your space, so I want you to have a bond and a trust with the therapist." Later in the day, Gary and Christina discussed what they thought about from what Leah said about her appointment. "Do you think it would ever be helpful for Leah and Amber to do therapy together?" Christina asks. "No," Gary replies. "Now it's to a point where you're giving up on somebody that's given up on you. There's a difference there. She built a boundary where, I'm not going to allow myself to keep getting hurt because it's hurting me. It's messing with me." Gary then says Amber would need luck to get anything out of the courts being involved in the matter, adding, "It'll get worse for you when you do that because it will 100% change. Everything will change." Catch new episodes of Teen Mom. The next chapter on Thursdays at 8 p.m. ET on MTV.